Hey there guys, what's going on? It's that guy Mark, and today we're playing a little bit of For Honor. So I got into I think it was the beta, the closed beta. Yeah. So anyway, I apologise first of all if I sound a bit sort of groggy and that's just because I think I'm starting to get a little bit of a cold and it's not particularly good. Um, but also, first of all, actually, I've got a funny little story to tell you. So the other day, I was watching a guy called Geekism, does a YouTube channel, does quite a lot of creative stuff like Architect and stuff like that, and Planet Coaster, and he does an amazing Planet Coaster series, so I'd suggest going and checking him out. He's really cool. But anyway, I started speaking to him, and I just sort of, as any of you who've watched my previous videos know, sort of I've had a bit of a rough time, and sort of past sort of year or so has not been very good for me. But anyway, I just sort of messaged him and just sort of said, yeah, cheers for sort of all your content and stuff, because it's sort of enjoyable content and sort of took my mind off everything that was going on. And I thought, he's probably not going to message me back. He's obviously going to be quite a busy guy. Lo and behold, he messaged me back, and then even more, went and subscribed to my channel, didn't he? So what a top lad he is. So he deserves a round of applause. However, I'm holding my mic at the moment, so I can't really clap. Anyway, we'll get into the gameplay. So this gameplay is going to sort of show each character in the Viking faction, because Vikings are just the best. I'm sorry, it's just how it is. Vikings are awesome. I mean, they look pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm playing as the Berserker, which is the assassin class. And I can't remember what the other guy I'm facing is. But this is another Viking class anyway, so I'm playing as this guy. So for any of you guys who have been living under a rock or don't really know about For Honor, it's sort of a trying to think what the word is. It's like a stage fight. Is that the word? Stage combat type game. So as you can see, obviously you can probably see the little sort of like the little white things appearing and the red things appearing, either pointing up sort of right or left. So I use controller because it's just a lot better for this game, I find. So sorry, I just have this first match is quite a close match actually, because I just sort of need to warm up and get back into things again. So yes, obviously when they attack, you've got to match their attack with your defense, sort of thing, with the the direction. You've also got sort of light and heavy attacks, and as you can see there, I've just sort of like stunned him. So what you do there is, in my case on the controller, if you press X it stuns him, then if you double press X it stuns him, and then it does something else usually, depending on the character. You can also dodge like he just did then, if you sort of, with your direction of the thumbstick, if you then press it does dodge out of the way. So yeah, I think I end up winning this one in end, cause do I? No, I don't. I remember I don't. It gets to the point of he needs to, he wins this one and then he only needs to win the next one, but I sort of bring it back and get back into it, if I remember correctly. But it is a really cool game, and I love just sort of the graphics and the combat of it. It was quite strange when I first played it, because I sort of thought, oh well, it's easy combat, this, you get to it, really sort of seems really easy. Well, how could you like be really bad at it? But it's so sort of counterintuitive, because you sort of, most games you just sort of press a button and you just attack, sort of thing. So you just sort of run in at first, you just there like attack, and then you forget about the entire fact that you've got to use your direction for your attack as well. I think this is where I sort of start to bring things back, sort of get a bit more aggressive. Because to be fair, this character is, although this is my highest level character on the beta, it is very much like, it's supposed to be quite an aggressive sort of character, sort of dodging around and countering and attacking and stuff like that. Which I'm a very sort of defensive. I feel I'm a very defensive sort of play style. But yeah, so the map we're on at the moment, I believe, is Canyon. Don't hold me to that. I can't remember what the map is, but this is a really cool game. I mean the the beta actually finishes on Monday. I think, yeah, Monday. It finishes on the 30th. But it's such a cool game, and I mean, I'm a very sort of social player. I like to play with sort of mates and stuff like that and other people, but even just playing on my own on this game is a really cool game. And as you saw there, I just did a cheeky little taunt there. If you press the Y button, you can do different taunts when you're victorious. So yeah, so we're getting to the final round here. So this is where I'm absolutely bricking it. I'm like, oh, am I going to do this? So I just go straight in gung-ho, and then I'm like, oh, no. And then I managed to block that somehow. I was sort of halfway through an attack. So yeah, so as you can see there, so the first one sort of punches him, and then the next one stumbles him back a little bit, which is quite a useful tactic for me, because that sort of seems to be my main tactic. I mean, sometimes it knocks him on the floor and sometimes it doesn't. I don't quite know I don't know if it's something to do with the actual environment that makes it do that. But it's just such a cool game. I mean, I can't say it's enough. It's so cool. As you can see there, obviously win in the end, and I'm just like, yeah, doing another little taunt. So yeah, so you can sort of change that if you want. You can go into custom games. You can do best of 5, best of 9, or you can do best of 99 if you really want to punish yourself. It's completely up to you. But yes, these are all the different loadouts. I do go into these a bit more detail after, because yeah, serve as a fit. So anyway, so you've got the Knight, then you've got obviously the Viking Raider, then you've got the Kenzie, I'm not going to even try to pronounce the Japanese one, the Nabushi, the Warlord, and the Conqueror. So the Conqueror's got a shield and a mace. Warlord, as you can see, he's got a nice shield and a sword. The Conqueror again, shield and mace, and the Nabushi has got some really long pike thing, which just, Then you've got the Orikai, I'm guessing it's called, which is their assassin class, and the Berserker, which is assassin class. I don't know if you can see there, but it also does say the difficulty sort of in the corner. Next to the class, so obviously the Peacekeepers are medium and the Berserkers are hard. So you can see my levels. My Berserkers are level 7, my Warlords are level 3. Just quickly sort of showing you the different armours here. I'll go back into a bit more detail in the end. I just sort of quickly show you, then decide at the end of the video I sort of show you some of the other features of the game. So choosing the map here, I think I go for Riverfort next. I do like, oh no, Riverfort's the last one. Do like Sentry Bridge and Riverfort, have got to be my 2 favourite maps. Do like them. So I'm just sat here for 8 seconds waiting. But yeah, also I can't remember if I just made this announcement or not. From the 6th of February for that week and the week after, I'm at college finishing my apprenticeship. So I don't know if any videos will be coming out then. You might get one in the weekend in between. So that's just what happens when there's no videos then. So anyway, so picked the... I can't even remember what it's called now. I've picked that guy. Obviously that's who I was facing last time. I've got a custom sort of helmet and stuff like that. A really cool feature of this game, which I'm going to show you now, which I won't spoil for you. As you can see, I sort of run away from this edge here. Don't know if you can guess what happens, but I go for these stairs and then defend. Oh no, I don't defend that. So then I just go for boom, and off the edge you go, and that's an instant kill. So that's a cheeky little sort of tactic if you want this. Tell you what, you won't make too many friends if you do that online, though. I think people will be sort of raging against you and want to break your jaw. But that's a cool little thing you can do. So there's all sorts of cool little sort of, obviously use the environment to your advantage. Now I go in still thinking I'm doing the Berserker class and not. But the good thing about this guy is if you pull down backwards on the stick, you actually just defend from all angles. But then obviously, as you can see, I do a little bit of a stumble there. Try to do my special but can't, and then try it again and get hit. And then we'll just defend some more. So yeah, so obviously it's got really smooth combat. I mean, obviously, like I was saying at first, it's a bit sort of strange at first when you do it, but once you get used to it, it is really nice combat. I mean, Jesus, it's just awesome. It's just it's such a simple game, and when you think about it, it's got a very, like, there's sort of essentially there's 2 game modes. I mean, there's technically there's 3. There's Duel and Brawl, which Brawl's sort of like a 2v2, and then you've got Dominion, which is a 4-player with like little people running around, which I might do another video of Dominion, sort of just showing you Dominion. As you can see, you've got an execution. There's 2 different types. You've got your X and your Y. That was the X execution, and the pretty lethal are the executions. Which in Dominion, because you can revive your teammate. Well, you can revive your teammates in Brawl actually as well, but basically they the execution just stops you from being able to be revived. This is really cool actually. I didn't realise this was an actual thing for the past couple of days that I've been playing this, but as you'll see, I sort of have this little fight with him here, and there's fire about, and I didn't actually realise that the fire could actually be used as sort of like an effect to your opponent, but as you can see, I sort of corner him into fire here, and it just absolutely just slaughters him. It just, there we go, like I don't even have to do anything. I mean, I get a couple of hits on him, but the fire's what finishes him off. Oh, and my screen's just gone off because I've not done out. I mean, that just, you would like, hey, where's it gone black? So yeah, so obviously you can see I'm getting a bit more into it. I was going to show you some footage against players, but I thought you might like to see what it's like winning rather than getting your ass handed to you. So that was a Warlord. So I'm just retrieving data here. For some reason today it seems to be every time you finish a game it says the servers are not responding. So it just automatically chucks you into another one. So as you can see in background there's sort of like a meta game going on there. And yeah, hang on, if you just bear with me 2 minutes guys, sorry. And I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. That seems like instantaneous and you wonder what's going on, but my mum just needed to talk to me about something. So obviously I just done the Warlord loadout and we're going for the, I think about going for the Warden, but I realise actually I'm doing a Viking play, so I'll go for the Raider. Now I've only ever played him in the tutorial, I've not played him sort of anywhere else, and he does say it's an easy character, and nowadays it won't lie about how easy this character is to play as. But yeah, so we're playing on, well, I can't remember what the name is, but this sort of Viking style map. It's a really cool map and I really like this map. So as you can see, getting back into it, boom, boom, he's playing as the Berserker, so as you can see, sort of quite an aggressive play style. But then I'm going in there with the heavy swings, and then I'm going to go for a cheeky little shoulder barge, and do that, yep, there we go, and off the edge he goes. I think also this next one I'll show you another cheeky little move you can do. Let's just wait and see, do a little taunt. Ah, yeah, this is the one. So you can obviously knock people off smaller ledges, so it don't kill them, but it'll stumble them to the floor. So as you can see here, go boom, and on the floor, and then if you go for an attack then, you do an aerial attack, which is also just an instant kill and takes them down on the floor. So that's a cool little feature as well. Let's do my cheeky taunt again, just to show that I actually pulled it off, because I don't often pull them off well. And then we go for the final round. This one does last a little bit longer. This is just a straightforward, like, boom, off the edge. I decided not to just chuck him off the edge again, because I feel maybe we'll have a little bit of combat with this guy, just so you can see what the what this class can do. So obviously, shoulder barge him onto the floor, and then go for a cheeky heavy attack, I believe. I do tend to go for a lot more heavy attacks, however you will see I do something there, so I'll go for some lighter attacks. Obviously he blocks them, and then I manage to block his, and then we get, I think we just have a little dance around here. I don't think we do out for a minute. Yeah, just doing some cheeky little dodges there. That'll go to some good dodge. Oh, I do apologise. So as you can see, like, I'm not quite sure what it is when it goes black and white. I think when it goes black and white, I mean, it's not gone black and white now, as you can see, doing another cheeky execution. You have a stamina bar as well, so obviously the more stamina that you lose, the weaker your attacks come and the slower you are at manoeuvring and stuff like that. So yeah, so they're sort of like the 3 different characters for the Vikings, just doing some duels. I will just show you a little bit of sort of like what else the game has to offer, just sort of some other little things. So yeah, so we'll just retrieve this data, and then I do finally get back into it. There we go. So the server isn't working. So obviously if I go quit to main menu, then am I going to go to multiplayer first and talk about it? Nope. Go to heroes. Nope. Oh, I'm just showing you what menus here. I think I start with heroes, yeah. So obviously going to customization bit, or you scavenge gear and look, you can buy different packs. Now at the moment they're not what is it? They're not microtransactions in the game. However, I imagine this looks like the sort of thing where it is going to become sort of like a microtransaction type thing. But obviously you get new types of gear and stuff like that which look different and have different sort of things, as you can, if you could see in the corner there, but I'll show you. You're going to customization, so you start off with arms. Then what I've got at the moment, I look over to the other one, it's got a different style to it, and also it's got different stats, it's got more blocking, damage resistance and all that good stuff. But obviously there is like a button where you can actually make stuff look like other stuff that you have got in your inventory. And then obviously, as you can see, you got some new handles for axes there, which give me revenge gain from defense. So I think I chuck them on in Endua. Yeah. So yeah, so you can change the look of stuff if you've got a different looking item in your actual inventory. And as you can see here, look, that's sort of a new type. But I'm more into the other the other aesthetic look of that one. So I picked to go for the lower level one with the better look. And then obviously this helmet, it's got some different stuff, but I like the debuff resistance better than I do the exhaustion regeneration. But then if you go to view progression, as you can see, it does show you sort of each level you go what you're going to unlock. So you get different sort of tattoos, things like that. And also I forgot to show you, if you come over here, so you've got feats. So when you play Dominion, sort of as you kill stuff, capture points and stuff like that, you get your feats. So obviously you've got your stun trap, which stuns enemies. Then you've got your revenge attack, which is passive, so your attack fills your revenge meter, and your throwing axe, and obviously your berserker, it does say there. Then obviously these are your different executions. So there's work the legs, then there's blood rage, which they're all quite nasty sort of end kills. And then you've got, this is Valkenheim, I think that's what it is. And obviously you can buy them as well. And then you've got your emotes, which just sort of like your taunts basically for for when you just sat there. Go for a flip out, looks quite cool. Then obviously you've got your combat taunts, which I'm guessing you do while you're locked on in sort of defensive mode. And also, if you come over to this side, do I come over to this side? Yes, so you can get different overall outfits, and you can also change between male and female. That is only on certain classes, though. Some classes do not allow you to have females, or some only let you have females, sort of thing. So obviously this is a bit more of the customization for the different sort of patterns. You can get different material for what your outfits can be made of as well. Then your overall, your colours, you've got your neutral, attacker and defender. That just sort of depends on, obviously in the game you are either an attacker or defender. And then you've got your ornaments for your helmets, just to sort of give you a bit of customization. They don't actually do anything, obviously. All this is just personal preference. So you can obviously buy these two, and then I'm guessing the elite and mythic, that's something for the full game, and these are for your reputation. So every time you get to level 20, it's almost like prestige in Call of Duty or something like that. So you go to a next reputation. So anyway, so this is sort of like the meta game. So at the start you'll choose if you want to be the Vikings, Samurai, or the Knights, and obviously this sort of map, you can, depend what you want to do, you can either go player versus player or player versus AI, and as you can see there's just some statistics there depending who's winning the most. So each time you win a game you can either defend your land or you can attack their land, and as you can see up in the top right corner there, you've got the Knights have got 17 and have lost 7. You've got the Samurai have gained 1 at 17, and you've got the Vikings, which are the best, which have got 26 and plus 6. So as you can see they're sort of doing really well with the Vikings. So go Vikings, everyone. I've just realised now actually that the video has stopped, so I'll leave it there guys, and I will see you later.